Stephen Morgan. Contestant number 1, Stephen Morgan.
Give me your terrified, give me your panicked, give me your Toastmasters yearning to speak, and you shall be evaluated thus and found worthy. Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters guests, most particularly Louis, thank you for bringing us with this presentation today. It was a very interesting, entertaining, and evocative presentation in so many ways. What I loved the best was that you had the courage to get up and speak about a topic that many people in many clubs will say, that's something to stay away from because it gets political and it's a hot button. You actually balance both sides nonetheless. I don't have any problem with people bringing up any topic, and I love the fact that people are willing to talk about it, especially in a forum that's going to give a lot of people a bit of willies at times. You handled yourself wonderfully. I loved the monologue that you gave about Maria. The fact that you had all of that in your head, along with the facts and the figures, and you were able to get up here and present it up in front without any hesitation, with eye contact beautifully presented across the room. You had this thing prepared better than almost any speech I have seen in many years. Very well done. Suggestions I could give that might help to improve it even more. Part of it has to do with this particular venue. And this is a bit larger than any of the clubs that I'm in. But in particular, the gestures that you had were very low-key, because most of them were down here, you were pointing like this, and some of the gestures you did like this. Get them bigger, get them further out there, get the elbows out is what I like to say. As the forum gets bigger, your gestures have to get bigger. The other thing we'll have to deal with the voice, which, especially since we kept adding chairs further and further back today, it also means, since we're not amplified here, you have to project outwards further. And there were a few places where you were actually pulling in one of those when you were saying, it is only a directive. Who couldn't hear that in the back? There's an answer for you. So just simply, you can do a stage whisper if you know how. It's only a directive. It takes a little bit more work to deal with the larger forums. Those are the suggestions I can give, but the one in particular is if you can add a lot more of the passion, especially in Maria's monologue. Show her anguish, or let us feel it, and show her passion for being an American. Put more of that in there, and then all the rest becomes stronger along the way. But your facts and figures rolled right through. How many times you quoted the numbers of 7 million that were undocumented, 22 million Americans that were unemployed now, the 397,000 deported last year, and the 3 million amnestied in 1986. I would have to spend several hours just looking up to find most of this information. You were very well prepared, and you gave us a lot of wonderful information, and your particular call to action, very well done. So what I would say, I send this evaluation, tempest tossed to thee, and hopefully, I hope you found it as valuable as your speech was to me. Madam Contest Master.